Just one day after Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham put out her budget recommendations for the legislature, lawmakers are presenting their version. As News 13's Natalie Wattis explains, lawmakers aren't ready to spend as much money as the governor.
We're in a position here in our state unlike anything I've seen. I think it's fair to say we're in a position unlike anything any legislator, living or dead, has ever seen. This is an extraordinary time for our state. And what the LFC has done here is come up with the right mix.
I think this is a very sound budget. It keeps the legislature and it keeps the state of New Mexico able to grow over the next couple of years without having massive cuts.
The powerful Legislative Finance Committee presented their recommended budget for the legislature with a price tag of $10.1 billion from the state's general fund. A nearly 6% increase over planned spending for this fiscal year, or $566 million more.
I want people to know that this is the first set of LFC recommendations that you're going to see a true reserve in.
This budget calls for 30% of planned spending to be put in reserves. In contrast, the governor wants to set aside 35% in reserves, but she wants to spend an extra $400 million compared to the LFC's budget proposal.
The executive is a little bit higher than us, and their reserves are higher, but that's because they booked more taxes and did it a different way.
Munoz says the budget still mostly relies on oil and gas revenue, almost half of the budget coming from the industry.
So that's a very dangerous situation to be in, but we're moving into different directions as we move forward.
This budget prioritizes maintaining services in the Medicaid program, with $134 million going towards that. It includes increases in spending for education. Between kindergarten and high school, more than $4 billion is allocated for various investments. It gives CYFD $20 million for workforce development and other programs over multiple years, and increases money put towards courts, district attorneys, and public defenders.
This is a more stable situation. It very much allows us, I think, to be less fearful and more focused on our approach to investing in the needs of New Mexicans now and for future generations.
Natalie Wattis, KRQE, News 13.
The LFC's budget also gives the Public Safety Department a roughly 3% increase and the Corrections Department a roughly 3% decrease. State employees would get an average 4% pay increase. The legislative session starts on the 16th.